And welcome to my independent report. I'm very, very excited, very, very happy because a good friend that we had the opportunity to talk together several months back, and she's with us again. Her name is Fia. She's from Sweden, and she's a dynamic singer songwriter, and she's got something new in the works that just has been released. So we are going to talk about today, and also bringing you up to date on what she's been doing and all of that sort of thing. Good morning, Fia. How are you?
Hello, Kevin. I am super good. Super good.
Oh, that's just awesome. And of course, it's 5 o'clock for you in Sweden, right?
Yes, correct.
Now, are you still kind of under quarantine over there?
No, I would say it's starting to ease up. There's enough vaccination rates, and it's summer, so people are starting to not give a damn anymore.
Now, are you going to be able to get out and about now, do you think?
As in travel, you mean?
As in travel and show off your new song and other stuff that you're doing in live performances?
Eventually. It's a bit of a hassle to travel still, but with time, I'm sure.
Now, the last time we were together, it was right before you did a virtual concert. And that was so much fun to watch that virtual concert because you had the number of people that were listening live on it, and it kept growing. When I got on there were like 1,000, and then it kept growing and it kept growing and it kept growing. It was awesome. It was awesome to watch.
It was a fabulous night, really.
And then you've replayed it again, and to date, how many listens have you had on that?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked the stats, but
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just awesome. So tell me, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been in a big writing bubble, so I've been focusing on bringing forth new material and releasing some of it just recently. Yeah, finding different people to collaborate with and exploring different sounds and how I really listening to what makes me excited, where does my curiosity take me when it comes to my art. And yeah, that's the space I've been in and where I'm still at, I feel.
So you're still kind of in that writing place where you want to put out more stuff, and the song we're going to listen to that you just released, that's a bit of a departure for you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but it's so funny. I never intended to write 3 acoustic albums. It just kind of happened. And now this happened, and I feel I love it so much. It's so fun, it's fresh, and it's just a great song, and it makes you want to move and all the good things. So I am ready to step out of the box that people have put me in and shake things up again, saying you don't know what you can expect from me. So
well, you are so talented, and putting the right people around you would create a whole new dynamic sound for you, won't it?
Oh yeah, it's all about really feeling into what is the right next step.
Exactly. So what is the right next step?
The right next step is a full band.
Oh, cool. Are you auditioning for the band yet, or
not yet, but it's gonna come. Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely. So how many pieces do you want to have?
I want to have a classic setup of keys, drums, bass, guitar, and yeah, to start there.
Now, will you take the acoustic albums and redo them and reform them and put a whole band behind some of them?
Maybe in the future.
But you got a lot of work that you're working on now, right? Some fresh material.
I do. You do. And it becomes, some material just needs to rest for a while. And I know that there are people who adore these 3 albums and would love to hear them in a bigger format, and I do too, but it's just not the right timing.
Oh, very good. Now,
Mm.
I know how you funded the first three with
Mm.
GoFundMe and that sort of thing. Did you do the same with the fourth, with the song that just was released, Root?
No, this one was out of my own pocket.
Oh, a wise and brave step, I must say.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work to run those campaigns. And I'm at a place where I want to move at a certain pace. So I just do it myself.
and you had a different producer that produced this one, right?
Yeah, I did. This one is a beautiful collaboration with Robert Eklund, also known as Himlakropp, a celestial body, that can be translated to in English. And he is just a brilliant musician and producer. So he's the one who has created this beautiful soundscape around this mantra that is Root. And it was a blast working with him. We really hit it off and had so much fun in the studio. And this was the result.
And it's great. So tell us about Root. It's a mantra, and
Mhm.
I suspect it's a mantra that you use all the time.
It is a mantra that is very much a part of my life. It's very simple, and it's designed to just drop you into the present moment, to connect you to your body, and to invite you to, really return home to yourselves. So much time is spent outward seeking, and this song is an invitation to just return to yourself and to connect with this beautiful planet that we live upon.
Absolutely, because the words become things, and when you are talking about the words that you use, they have meaning to you at a very deep level.
Yeah,
and is able to connect you to the earth, to the sky, to spirit, to everything that it's around you. And I think the response that I've got for the people that I played it for has been like, that is really a deep song that you can meditate to, that you can just quiet your mind. I would encourage somebody to get that song, put it in their car, and right before they go into their workplace or a place they might not want to go necessarily, that they sit and they play that, and it will rejuvenate them. I think
that's beautiful. Yeah, great idea. Absolutely.
Because I think you really need to gather yourself when you're going to go into a situation that you don't necessarily want to necessarily be. It's Monday morning, you're working 9 to 5, it's 8:45, and you're sitting in the parking lot and you're going like, Friday sucked, today's probably going to suck worse. And then you sit down and you play that song, and it can ground you and get you in a better place. I
hope so. Yeah. It is there as a support and as a tool. And also, I love hearing people who are like dance around their gardens and their homes to it. It's a fun, upbeat song that just is there to serve you.
Absolutely. Well, and the gentleman who produced it, could you pronounce his name again? Because I don't think my tongue works that way.
Himlakropp.
Nope. I would have not a prayer of being able to say that.
Okay.
Him.
La.
Kropp. I can't roll the.
No.
In English, there is no rolling of the R's. It is a German thing, or it's a Swedish thing, but it's not. Yeah. We don't. I don't know how to do that. So anyway, but he is a phenomenal guy, and he did a great job. So he did a great job for you. Tell you what, why don't we play this right now? Play Root right now, so that then we can talk more about it. But I want people to get a sense for what we're actually talking about.
Let's do it.
So this is Fia, and this is her brand new release. It's been out less than a week, and it's called Root.
Feet on
And that is Fia. And the name of the song is Root. And by the way, a couple things that have happened since the last time we chatted. First of all, as you can see, I've got a chat system going so that if somebody has a question for you or if somebody would like to talk to you about, they can do it through chat and they can comment on the music and what you did and all of that. So they can put all of that together. And the other thing is that my Independence Report is now on from 1 to 4, 5 days a week.
That's amazing.
Yes. And so what I'm going to do, and today happens to be, guess what? It's Music Thursday. And so I've got a couple of artists that are lined up for that period, and I've got an open hour. And so I'm going to drop this episode into that time slot when people expect to hear you. So, and then I'm going to, with your permission, I would like to replay this on a regular basis, if that's okay.
Yes, please do.
And I didn't think you'd mind. So how now? Let's talk more about Root. How long did it take to produce that? Because that is a very intricate song.
Yeah. So I wrote the mantra maybe 2-3 years ago, and it's part of a product that I have, which is the Chakra Song Journey, which is mantras, just straight up with me and a drum. And this is one of them.
Now, is this the one that was released to the university system in the United States?
No, this is another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This one is on my website for people to get. And I got so much beautiful response on it. And then I felt inspired to make a produced version. And I was on the lookout for the right person, and a friend of a friend connected me with Robert. And we went, I sent it over and said, hey, I have this thing. Would you like to see what you can do with it? Or change that question. I said, I would like to see what you can do with this, because I've listened to your stuff. He's on Spotify. Amazing things. And I was just really curious what would happen when he took it into his arms and put his flavor on it. So we've been working on and off for a couple months. I mean, he works as a sound designer, so he has a lot of other projects. So this was kind of what we did on the free time. But it's been maybe 6 months.
Wow, that's really good for being done on the free time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just awesome. So, when are you? I know you're working on material now, and I don't want to put any pressure, any timeline on you, but when do you anticipate having another album for release?
I think an album release might be spring next year, but until then, there'll be a couple singles dropping for sure.
Oh, good. Now I'm hopeful that you're going to be able to get out and when that this COVID thing is over, it's not going to come back, and we're going to go kind of back to pseudo normal. We're never going to be normal, but we can be a little bit more normal, and so that you can get out, because you are an amazing live performer, and I think it would be awesome for you to be. Now, let me ask you. When you are in front of your band with your band, are you going to get out from behind the guitar, or is that?
Yeah, totally. I hate the guitar. No, seriously, I only have the guitar because I didn't have a band, and I write songs on the guitar. That's why I only learned enough to be able to write songs.
Well, it's kind of like. Do you remember who Karen Carpenter was?
No, sorry.
That's all right. Karen Carpenter was an American artist, and they had hits in the 70s, which is when I was a kid, and they had a lot of great hits. And she played the drums, and it was a real big step for her to get out from behind the drums to get and to front the band, because that was her security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And but unfortunately she's passed now. She had anorexia, but that was part of it. That was part of her her disease was that she felt comfortable behind there. So I didn't know if the guitar was your comfort, thing or no.
No, leave it. I was about to say burn it.
So it's better off having a microphone, you and the audience.
Yeah, that's the best always.
Oh, that's wonderful. I hope that you can do that soon, because I would love to see you have a worldwide tour and be around. But the song that we just played, you were telling me right before we came on air, how many times has it been listened to yet so far?
Over 26,000 times
in a week and a half.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you that I believe there's a huge pent-up demand for you. And it's like there is for all live performers, because we're just now starting to get back to doing live stuff, like Roger Waters, who was with I can't remember the name, but you know him, but they had to move it back from 2001, August 2001 to 2002. It's still not good enough for do it, but I'm hopeful that you're going to be able to do that. Are you going to do more virtual stuff?
Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of like it's fun, but it's also not as fun to do live. And I feel myself itching for live music. I mean, everyone, I think we can now realize the value of culture, the value of the arts, when we've been deprived for over a year. So I'll see.
No, I hope that you will, because that is going to be part, I think, of the new identity. The new, now all you got to need to do is to figure out how to sell subscriptions to it, so that you can, I don't know, get paid for the hard work that you do, because ultimately that would be nice for you to have a decent payday, just so you can continue doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So everything else going good for you in your life and stuff? So
yeah, it's nice. I mean, as I said, we're moving into summer here after like 5-6 months of darkness and cold. Everyone in Sweden is elated because we have like 3 months of summer now to enjoy before it gets dark and cold again. So I'm nothing to complain about.
So when we in Sweden now, sadly I've never been there, but my son has been. He'll be deployed to London, England. He's in the military, and that'll be happening next year. So I'm going to go visit him there. How long is it to get from England to Sweden?
Oh, it's only, I think it's like 1.5 hour, 2-hour flight.
Oh wow! I may have to go up to see Sweden, but I've never been. What are summers like there?
Endless light. I mean, you have, if you go enough if you go up north enough, it doesn't get dark. You have you have the light, and then the vice versa. In the winter, it's dark. But like in the majority of the country, it's just, the sun rises really, really early and it sets almost never. So everyone is outside all the time. We do all the things outside, and life is just a lot easier and so beautiful and green, everything.
Now, when it gets cold, how cold does it get?
Oh, I mean, we don't have the same measuring system, but depending on where you are, I mean, if you go really up north, you can get to like over 30, minus 30 Celsius. But like this, like standard winter, like in the whole country, is maybe between usually minus 5 Celsius.
So you're kind of like in the geography of it, you're kind of like Alaska for us, and along saying the parallel lines. Somewhere in there, because it gets, I know we are archaic here because we can't learn anything new, so we're still in the Fahrenheit system rather than the Celsius system, which is where the rest of the world is. And so even in Canada, they're in the Celsius system, and so we have to try and convert that to Fahrenheit, which makes absolutely no sense because
Uh-huh.
in Celsius, 0 is like 32 degrees here. It's
So weird.
I know it doesn't make any sense to me either, but that's what. But and it's weird because we and in measurement we still use inches and yards, but all the mechanics use centimeters and that. So we can't learn nothing new is our problem. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's great to talk to you again, and I'm really proud to know you because it's an awesome. You're going to be. Do you still feel the last time we talked, you felt like you were going to be things were going to go well for you? Do you still feel the same way?
Absolutely. Yes.
Because they're growing.
They are. And I'm keeping my focus, steady point, and just doing the work.
That's how you get it done. That's
yeah.
It's like my mantra these days is you're familiar with the power or the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
The law of attraction works only if you dedicate yourself and you put it out there that this is going to happen, then you work your ass off to make sure it happens.
Yes, exactly.
That's how you become successful. And
That's it.
So it's really cool. So how many songs have you written in this little bubble that you're in now? How many songs do you have in the can, as it were?
Oh, between 10 and 20.
See, you got an album right there. Let's.
But not everyone is album worthy, though.
Oh well, I suppose that's true.
What? Yep. Yeah.
How do you tell? How can you how do you make that determination whether or not it's album worthy?
It's the feeling. I feel it. Like when I play it, I'm like, this is exciting. This is one. This is one. Yeah.
That's now you're going to use. Are you going to still be in search of producer to produce a full album, or are you going to use the gentleman that you use for this one?
No, I actually already found another one, and we started working. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I'll definitely do more things with Himlakrop, with Robert. Just because we have so much fun working together, but there will be different projects.
Is this your first time that you've been in a studio?
No.
You've been doing that a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what came first? Did he put together the instrumental piece and then you drop the vocals into it, or did you cut the vocals and then he built the song around those?
I sent him the original track with only my voice and a drum, and then he built around that, and then I came to the studio and put on new vocals and lots of harmonies and sounds and such.
So how many tracks is it that you used to create the harmonies? And was it just
don't remember. It's just me.
Oh, don't say just me. It was you because you couldn't find anybody who could sing as well as you. That's why.
That's it.
And you knew your song very well, and you knew the harmonies and all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that worked out really well. So, so you're gonna take the summer and just kind of play in the sun?
I am. I'm gonna eat so much ice cream. I'm gonna swim in the ocean. I'm ready for vacation. I really am.
Now, how cold is the ocean up there? It's gotta be a little chilly, isn't it?
It's okay. It's refreshing.
Yeah, I would guess so. That would be really refreshing. So good. I'm glad you're going to take the summer and just kind of hang out and be with your friends. And by the way, I've always wanted to ask somebody like you. Mm-hmm. You have friends that I'm sure that you've had for several years or more, and how do they process the success that you're beginning to have? What does that feel like to them?
They're just very excited. Yeah, they're happy, and they're proud. They're like, oh, I remember I remember one
I
of the first
remember when.
concerts. I was there, and you were doing that. I'm like, yeah, it's sweet. I have those with a couple of listeners as well. Those who came to like when I did small gigs at people's houses or and such. So, but back to the friends, they're just very very loving and supportive.
Well, and I'll bet you that you have a few of them that can say, I remember when we were in her bedroom and she had the guitar and she was sitting on the bed and playing these songs, and I was sitting on the floor just in rapture with what she was doing. I bet you got a few of them too.
Yeah, there's those two.
Well, I think it's what you're doing is just amazing. So I appreciate it. Now, can I one of the songs that we played last time, everybody that I play your music to says that is wonderful. And do you mind if I indulge myself and play that one again?
Not at all. Go ahead.
This is called "Love Is Love," and it is. Tell us when you wrote this. This was this from your last album?
This is from. I can't remember. I think it was Legacy of Light, maybe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, this is just a song that is about embracing who you are. It's a lot about like relationships, and it can be applied to so many. I see it being used as a pride anthem. I see it being used by people who relate openly. It just has a theme that invites you to think outside of the box and to really expand your own view.
Exactly. And here in the United States, June is Gay Pride Month.
Yeah. Here too.
Oh, is that I didn't is that a worldwide thing?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, if anybody knows, they can comment in. But if it's in Sweden and here at the same time, it must be a worldwide program, which is awesome. Now, what I love about the song is, and it flies in the face of what's happening in the United States, and which is there's a level of hate, division, and fear here that is negative to the point where this type of song is unusual because it really has an important piece to play in trying to raise the vibration of everybody who listens to it, because love is love is doesn't matter who you are. You get to love the person that you love, and whoever that might be, and then that should be perfectly okay.
Yes.
And in this country, we're not there yet. But we've also got 390 million guns, so we've got a long way to go to try and make our world a little bit better, or at least the United States. That's why I'm excited to have you come here, because I think that you'll cause a stir, and that would be great. So anyway, this is Love Is Love, and this is Fia, and you can pick up this album on Amazon. And you can pick it up pretty much everywhere now, right?
Everywhere, yes.
So go get it, download this song, and then listen to it on a regular basis, because it will make you feel better. This is Love Is Love.
The way we love is a bit unusual. Some people say it can't be possible to live a life in unity, committed to each other while still remaining free. Just because we're different in the way our energy moves doesn't mean we have to give up our truth. Love is love no matter what color and form. All are equally beautiful. Nothing better than being met in my full truest expression. I'm safe to be myself. There's no need to compromise. When I'm in my power, everything aligns. Just because we're different in the way our energy moves doesn't mean we have to give up our truth. Love is love no matter what color and form. All are equally beautiful. Took some time to figure out who I am, what I want, the shape of my heart. The way we love is a bit unusual. Some people say it can't be possible to live a life in unity, committed to each other while still remaining free. Just because we're different in the way our energy moves doesn't mean we have to give up our truth. Love is love no matter what color and form. All are equally beautiful. Love is love no matter what color and form. All are equally beautiful. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Ba da da dum da da. Da da dum da da dum dum ding. Da 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 dum da da dum. Ba 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 dum da da dum. Da dum da da dum.
And that is Fia. That's the song Love is Love. And, you know, honestly, that song speaks to my soul. Unlike a lot of other material, but that really does, because it means so much to so many. If we could just learn to love and care for each other and realize that we are all one, and that we came from the same stuff, we come from the same God. It doesn't matter. And let's see. Oh, beautiful girl. I don't know where that came from, but that's cool. That's cool, because it's a beautiful song, and so is Ruth. You've got, I think you've got a future in this business.
I think so too.
So it's just awesome to have you here. I'm not going to keep you as long, because it's 5:40 where you are, so it's just about dinner time, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
It's what I'd like to do is to give you the opportunity. This is what I'm planning. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say what you want, and then you and I are going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to play Root again before the end of the show, so that people who weren't there to listen to it at the beginning, they can hear it at the end. And then I'm going to put it up again at 1:00 my time this afternoon, and do the replay. And I'm also going to start replaying your first one that we did, because I love that interview as well, because you're just awesome. So this is when the point in time when I say, Fia, you get to talk to the world. Well, tell them what you want them to know.
Thank you so much. Well, keep it simple. You know, it could be like, oh, Fia, deliver some words of wisdom right now. I'm not really in that mode. I would just say keep it simple and be yourself. I mean, that is what the world needs, for you to be you. Yeah. And if you want to follow along my journey, you can find me on This Is Fia Music on almost all platforms, and you can stream the music anywhere if you're curious. Yeah, just thanks so much for listening in.
Yeah,
and thanks for having me, Kevin.
Oh, you're more than welcome, because I put up your the first interview has done very well as far as downloads, and I also put up a music video of just Love is Love, and that is also doing very well. So people resonate with your music, resonate with who you are, and that's I couldn't ask for a better friend or a better partner to do this with, because I
Yeah.
really believe in who you are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave that here because we've got the Soulful Femmes coming up at 2, and so I need to prepare for that. Then I'll be right back with the Soulful Femmes. I hope you will stay with us.